Hey, let's get this thing started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. I'll get it started. I'm gonna give people an opportunity to see that I'm live. Hmm. No, it's been a minute. No, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. Been a minute. Got 2 hours on me. What's happening? I know I said I was gonna start at 12 noon, but I felt like I wanted to jump on here early. Talk about talk about what we need to talk about today. I done heard everybody pretty much bash, tour, bash. What's happening, ATL 251? What's happening? What's happening? I know y'all ain't used to seeing me, but your boy popped in. I normally would have went last night. Situations happen, but hey, I'm here. I'm here today. Hey, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing started. And as people come in, because like I said, it's an impromptu show. Not too many people know I was gonna pop off today. So hey, it ain't Tuesday, but we still let's talk about it with the Lochness, man. The Atlanta Falcons have found their bridge quarterback. Let's talk about it. We lit, we live, we out here. So we can go to these. Say what's good, Lot Johnson. What's happening? Man, life be lifing. You know how I go. Life be lifing, work be working. Sometimes when you're the boss, man, you're expected to be in the building regardless of what. And that's how it. And I want to lead with that by saying this. Um, y'all honestly believe in y'all brain that there's a quarterback competition. It is not a quarterback competition. If you really think there's a quarterback competition inside of the Atlanta Falcons organization, you are being bamboozled. And I'm gonna say this because at the end of the day, on some real ish, like let's pull the layers back. I had conversations with a couple of my people know I represent the squad. People know I represent the home team um at my job. So they come and ask me questions because they want me to answer questions that they have inquiries about. They inquiries. Like they have inquiries about certain things. And people couldn't make sense of this tour. Tour. Spit on that thing. You know what I'm saying? A tour. You know, um, and I had to give them some insight by pulling back the layers. So I heard a few people's take on the tour. Oh, he's concussed prone. Oh, we got somebody with bad legs and he get hit in his head, he gone. So I listened to a few people talk, and I wanted to go ahead and get on here and just feel like not saying I wasn't keeping up with the news and breaking news. I didn't want to. I don't like to sit up here and come with the same information when somebody come and like, oh yeah, Tua, and everybody just be talking about Tua at the same time. I want to let everybody talk their talk, and then I come here and I give y'all layers of information that on my take, in my opinions, in my thoughts and facts. You know. Um, so my first question is, I'm gonna pose this to the chat. Like, what's y'all thoughts on Tua? Before I even continue, let me hear what y'all saying about Tua. What was your thoughts, like the initial thought, and then as time went by, you know, um, I want to know that before I dig deeper and pull back layers and pull back layers. I want to know what's y'all initial thoughts on Tua, and then also if you can hit that notification bell. You can subscribe if you haven't subbed to my channel. Share the content out. Follow me at the Lochness Podcast on YouTube. Road to 500 subs. Get at your boy. I, see, this is how I know. This is how I know. I need y'all to start. Y'all fussing with me, man. Y'all fucking with me. If you're not, you're not. Because I've seen somebody just start their. They just started content creating, and they just grew their channel in not even like a week. They already got like 300 subs, and I was like, wow, they just started in a week. That's crazy work. So I need y'all to go into the. I need y'all to. Hey, I need y'all to tell y'all aunties, hey, go sub to my boy Lochness. You know what I'm saying, channel, man, so he can go ahead and get the 500 subs, man. You know what I'm saying. I know y'all be subbing the AFN LLC, Atlanta Falcons Nation LLC. I know y'all sub to Mike and 6 Man K Styles and all them, but hey, sub to your boy. Just go ahead and give me the 500. I don't care if y'all tell y'all little cousins to set up a YouTube account and just subscribe, even if they don't look at the content. But I really need you to look at the content if you enjoy that Atlanta Falcons content. But like I said, let's get it started, man. How y'all really feel about Red and Black in the chat as well? Red and Black in the chat as well. Nathan Floyd, what's happening? So let me know how y'all feel about the tour, the hot tour signing. I'm gonna start as I continue. I'm gonna start checking the chat. But let me pull back some layers when it comes to that hot tour. And just the tour. Was it Tagovailoa? That's how you say his last name? Tua Tagovailoa? I think he's Hawaiian. I think he's Hawaiian. That's a Hawaiian name. First of all, let's break it down. Let's break it down to its simplest form, the simplest nucleus in organisms before the metamorphosis and all of these things. That's most people don't know these scientific terms that I'll be speaking on. But we went 8 years of bad Falcons football play. I repeat, we went 8 years of bad Falcons football play. Right? Right? You agree? We had Dimitrov, we had Terry Fontenot, Richmond K, Arthur Smith, Dan Quinn, Raheem Morris. No success with none of it in 8 years. 8, almost a decade of no, just bad football play, mismanaged organization, atrociousness. And we're not even the worst team in the NFL. That's the funny thing. We're not even the worst team in the NFL. Let me just comment right quick. He said, "Rise up, feather minions, my feather minions." Rise up, my feather minions. Right. So we had, and let's just go back. Let's just go back 2 years. We've been bad 8. No playoffs. Not even winning not even the good. The only thing that was, and this is the silver lining. The good thing about last year is we was all 8 and 9. But even if we would have won at least one of those games against Carolina, we would have been in the playoffs. But that's telling you, that's a telltale of how weak, you know what I'm saying, we have been as an organization, and the NFC South has been considered since losing 8 years, and in the last 2 years. What's a lot? Didn't my former QB was coming here? What's up? Didn't think. Oh, you didn't think my former QB was coming here? Hey man, hey IMAX, you gave them. Y'all gave them to us. Cause hey, y'all looking real silly right now, but we're gonna get into that. We don't get into that. We don't get into Florida looking a little silly, but y'all silliness is just entertainment. He's like a jester dancing for the king. You know what I'm saying? How they dance for the king, the royal fools dance. You know, so yeah, we appreciate y'all. We really do appreciate y'all. Thank you. Um, yeah, one damn game. If we would have sat up here and just won one of the games, we would have beat the Jets. I swear to you, I said it. I said it last year. I said if we lost to the Jets, bro, I wasn't gonna do no more shows. When I tell you I came up here and really wasn't doing shows, I was just doing whatever y'all want to talk about. It was just like, bro, we lost to the Jets, bro. And then we just needed to win one game against Carolina. I would have thought with us getting blown out by Carolina the first game, the second game, you would have been like, oh, hell no, we finna show y'all. Nope. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He said I was in awe. Shit, I was befuddled. Um, but let's go back 2 years. We lost. We was eight. It was 5 years. 7-10, 3 years in a row. We improved by one game 2 years after that. 7-10, 7-10, 7-10, 8-9, 8-9. Okay. That was still a success. That was still a success, but it was still poorly coached. Okay. The reason why so many people walked in free agency is because of these 8 years of 5 years of 2 years of mm-mm. I would like to personally I got bro, don't you know I got pictures in my phone? I have pictures in my phone of me taking pictures with Elijah Wilkinson that will never see the light of day. I think I even want to throw. I think I even want to, delete them. But Elijah Wilkinson, bro, that's not a good look. And I was just talking to this man at this party. Not a good look. And that's all we're gonna say about that. Because we're not gonna give this. We're not gonna give this man any more clout. Um, but yeah, we did went off in free agency, and we just signed a cornerback. If I'm not mistaken, the Philadelphia Eagles have released Slay. Now, if I can say anything, we just got the dude from Raiders. I think the Raiders. He was in New York. He went to the Raiders. Was it Darnay? Is it Darnay? I want to say Darnay. Is that Darnay or Daryl? I think it's Darnay. Darnay. Um, Holmes, I think. Darnay Holmes. Darnay Holmes. Yeah, we just got a veteran. We just got a veteran. Um, he needs to shut up. Man, I just signed here and talked to this dude. Darnay. Darnay. Yeah, Darnay. Okay, Darnay Holmes. Yeah, the dude from the Raiders he was pretty decent. Like he was pretty decent. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I just heard I don't know if it's old news or that Slay had just got released by the Eagles. They gotta pay them people, they can't pay everybody. Yeah, Darius Slay just got released by the Eagles. Oh, he just retired. Darius Slay just retired? Is that what I'm reading? You know what's funny? You know what's funny about people who retire? That's just a way so nobody wouldn't touch them. That's just like, because you can come out for retirement. I can retire for a year. I can say, hey, you know what you can do, bro? I'll release you. Go ahead and retire. And then we bring you back, we'll bring you back next year. And that's what Eddie Goldman did. Eddie Goldman did that, right? He was on our team, but he wasn't on our team because he retired and he finally came back. Yeah, sounds like a plan. That sounds yeah, good depth piece. Yeah, because like AJ Terrell, shout out for AJ Terrell for restructuring his bonus so he can get majority of his money next year. And we're gonna talk about all this free agency stuff, but right now I want to know what y'all think about Tua. Let's talk about Tua now. Because the Atlanta Falcons have found their bridge quarterback. Oh, let me continue. See, y'all got me sidetracking. Okay. With us losing, Raheem Morris and Arthur Smith made it possible for these people to continuously be in a losing culture that they no longer wanted to be a part of. Do y'all understand that? We continuously had these players being in a losing culture ever since a Julio Jones, who don't speak out, said on live television, I'm up out of here. And then he did his interview explaining you can't be upset with somebody saying, hey, as much as what I did for the organization, y'all talking about y'all gonna cut me or trade me or whatever. People be wanting they pay. But then you think about it. If you have a losing culture, people are not gonna want to be a part of that. Lucky for us, in this new regime that we have, they're competent enough to understand, okay, we do have great pieces here we can build on. Because you look at the Jets, they was just giving their team away. Because why? They know they're not good. They just taking everything and just destroying everything and and that's we're on a soft rebuild based off the coaching, based off the front office. Why? Because that's what's going to change the culture. We were talking about we're going to change the culture. You can't change the culture with the same type of people and the same type of mindset. So with them coming in, people who have no emotional ties to any of these players at all. It don't matter if if Matt Ryan talking to Michael Penix outside of before he came here. They have no emotional ties to these people. Did it for about 2.5. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Eddie Goldman did it for like 2.5 years, and then come on back in here. They could have said, hey man, just retire, we'll just send you, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gotta discuss what we're gonna give you as a little compensation. Chill out, don't sign with nobody else, and then when we want you to come back, we'll give you that call. Sit on this little nest egg right here. People do that. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that they don't. Don't think people don't fake injuries. Don't think that people don't fake injuries so draft stock can go down, so they can go to a team. Because if you think about it, if you are high end, if you are a high prospect, you're going to a sorry team. You're going to a sorry team. The Jets will have number one draft pick, and they ain't got nobody on their team. They suck. Another thing I want to speak on too. Let's talk about Tua and Penix right quick before I continue. Penix does have 2 messed up knees. Tua is concuss prone. Allegedly. Knock on wood. Allegedly. Knock on wood. People are dialing them like, get them up out of here. Did anybody sit up here when the dude from New York, the wide receiver from New York, Neighbors, was it Neighbors? When he went down, did nobody be like, hey, he's a bust? He's a bust because he went down? He got messed up? What's up in the Gats, boy? Gats, boy, speaks. What's happening? What's good, AFN family? The new era is here. But are they here? They are really here. So I don't want to hear about people's injuries. Adrian Peterson, he had messed up knees. When he came back from his ACLs and all this stuff, he came back running all over people. and he was running. That's why I was just like, whoever he had, y'all like Michael Penix need to reach out to him and say, hey, bro, what did you do? Because Michael Penix don't have to run. But if he get on some whatever Adrian Peterson was on, and he come back, how Adrian like just a glimpse of what Adrian Peterson was when he came back from his leg injuries. Because we don't need. See, this is the thing. We don't need Michael Penix to be Michael Vick. Get rid of that out your head. We don't need the Michael Vick experience. We need Michael Penix to throw the football, and he throws the football. But we do need him to be able to have good pocket awareness, able to move up into the throws in the pocket when he's feeling pressure, willing to feel the pressure, pause, and able to move maneuver in the pocket to throw, not to run for a first down. You got Bijan for that. You got the check downs for that. You got the tight ends doing intermediate routes that get them open like that. You know, hey, what's happening, Maggie T? Maggie Cunningham, Maggie T. Cunningham, Mr. Lochness, what's happening? He said, hey, Maggie. I think AP genetics to recover the way he did, that was a superhuman recovery. But you think about it like this. What's one of the things that Michael Penix was doing on the sideline? Soaking in his emotions as a rookie. He's still like a kid, bro. I'm gonna just be 100%. Like these kids from college, bro, they be still kids, bro. They men, but like his mentality might be adolescent a little bit. Just on that, not just by his age. Sometimes adolescence experience, he doesn't have the experience points. And he didn't have people who has experience putting their hand on his shoulder. Let me sit down and talk to you. Let me do. And it's not like babying him. It's coaching. That's what coaching. You're doing a job. But then you take it personal. I want this man to be successful. I'm going to take it personal. So that's why when he came out with that rant about him, and y'all don't know what he's been through after Stephen A. Smith, and all them people saying what they saying, because you don't know what mental strength this man has to go through. You don't know if he's sitting back like, damn, these two knees, man. Y'all finna hold me back. You don't know. He probably crying. You don't know what demons or what people got to push in the closet or what they have to deal with to do. And that was his outcry to be like, hey, you don't know what I've been through and what I have to do. Because it's gonna take this up here. He can work out all you want. What happened to Kyle Pitts after Kyle Pitts got hurt? When we seen Kyle Pitts the first year, we was like, yes, that's the unicorn. And then when he went down, he came back. It was like he wasn't doing nothing up in the middle. Pause. Because he was like, some people be afraid to get hit. Speaking on that, Tua. Think about it like this. If you cut your hand, you cut your thumb, you don't realize how much you use your thumb until you hurt yourself. Then you keep bumping it. That's just how psychologically, that's how it is. Anybody that's hurt, you don't want to re-injure yourself. So mentally, it affects your play. It affects you in a way, it makes you think, because some stuff be effortless, but if you think about it, you would do it differently. You won't do it as if it's natural. So somebody like a Tua and a Michael Penix, we're in a situation it's one of the best situations we can possibly be in. And somebody was like, what the hell is the Lochness talking about? The best situation we could possibly be in for what we're given. Think about it like this. Well, first of all, I was talking about everybody walked away from this team for two reasons. All the free agents that we lost and didn't retain, we didn't retain them for two reasons. Right? We didn't retain them for two reasons. One, our losing culture that has been a staple of this organization for 8 years lost us people. If we was winning, people would love to stay when you're winning. When you're losing and it stinks, Nobody wants to stay. Let's just be 100%. Number two, coaching, which directly affects winning or losing. The coaching, this Ike Hilliard situation, Ray McLeod situation, it's always been something surrounding Atlanta. There's a situation. Recently, the JPJ situation, thankfully, and not condoning anything else that's going on in that situation until innocent to proven guilty. Thankfully for his situation, they dropped the charges with the vehicle trying to, the officer assault thing. So no jail time for him. More than likely, we might not see him for 6 games. Depending, like I said, as long as nothing, I'm gonna be 100%. Somebody can say you did something, but if you don't have it, if you can't prove it, it's like you never did it. Let's just be 100%. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not. I'm not trying to give a legal counsel or anything, or any of those things. But at the end of the day, how I've known and seen and witnessed certain situations where I've had to be a witness to somebody in court or anything going on, if they can't prove it, and sometimes video evidence, if you have video, pictures, because it ain't just word of mouth, because anybody can be like, hey, you did this. You know what I'm saying? But that's what we're going to leave that at. So, luckily for him, that got dropped. And then whatever the situation is beyond that point, legal standpoint, both of them are high profile figures in the community, in the world. They're gonna have their people saying he did this, and they're gonna have people that saying he didn't do it. And hopefully, at the end of the day, my boy, he learns from this. That's both of them. I want all parties to learn whatever they need to learn and be able to move forward. So we're gonna leave it at that. But we do not want JPJ gone. Anybody that's I don't want JP. I'm gonna just speak for myself. I don't want JPJ to be gone off this team, but if he does have to suffer consequences for whatever he did, but if he didn't do as much as what they say or did do, you know what I'm saying? He gets to what he deserves and what he doesn't deserve. You know what I'm saying? Say, hey Max, hey Floyd. Look at him. Hey, what's up, Mega T? In my chat. Yeah, Tua re-aggravated hip between the end of the season before last one. I hope he really fully recovered. So, like I say, a lot of people we're losing on free agency because of some fact of the losing culture that we had, and still have currently. We still have a losing culture until we improve it. That's why people didn't understand about people was up in arms about Stefanski. It was up in arms about, oh, why is Matt Ryan is not going to be the savior of the franchise? It's like, what are you talking about? We need to gut the whole situation out and then rebuild, soft rebuild up, and they bring in their people. They look and see and they assess what they need to do. Speaking of assessing, I'm gonna speak on this right here. Let's take a closer look at UGA. I heard Mad Mike and many other social media outlets and news that the Atlanta Falcons in the UGA Pro Day, they bringing 30 people. They bringing a bus full of executives and people that's going some decision makers, some extra eyes, and because to UGA to look at the Pro Day for UGA, because we can't keep giving up great players that's already in our state. It'd be crazy. That's why I was like, man, Atlanta Falcons don't even draft their own players. Did y'all see that these people, So I just wanted to allude to that. Like, hey, man, they doing their due diligence. A lot of people can't say due diligence. They doing their due diligence. Kevin Stefanski, Ian Cunningham, and Matt Ryan at the helm. They're doing their due diligence on ensuring that this team is going to be a different team. Now, we did lose a lot of pieces that did open up a lot of great cap space. Let's not be 100% fooled. Shout out I don't know if y'all look at, and I'm gonna have to give him a shout out. What is it? ATL Savages or Falcon Savages? ATL Savages? I think y'all correct me. Y'all might know my boy. Um, he did a good like expose take on how to free up like $50 million of cap space so we can go eat during free agency. And I don't want to, and I like to give people their flowers. My boy put it out there, all the moves that we needed to make, and I'll be gosh darn. He said it in his podcast too. He said, "The Atlanta Falcons look at this. This is how y'all can do this." And I'd be gosh darn if they didn't do exactly what this man. I want to say almost exactly what this man said. This man said they need to let go of Kirk Cousins, Darnell Mooney, Anya Mata, who else? There was a couple of other people, and he said it would have opened up so much cap space, and they exactly did that. Zane Gonzalez, that was something I was like, damn, I thought we would have retained Zane, but Folk, ain't we good with Folk too? I don't give a fuck what y'all say. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Folk is nice. He's been pretty consistent. You need consistency. People don't understand. It ain't just about winning. It's about winning consistently. And I'm all about people on prove it deals. I'm all about these 1-year deals to prove to me that we should pay you. Prove to me that you really want to stay in the games. Prove to me that you that guy. I know you can be. Oh yeah, for sure. I said thoughts on the Falcons sending 30 reps to UGA Pro Day. Absolutely, guys. Boy, yeah, like it's crazy. It's like they're doing, like I said, they're doing their homework. People, this is how we supposed to be when it comes to creating an organization. And watch, this is going to, once it translates to the field, it's gonna fill them red seats up. And all these people that didn't want Stefanski here, all these people that didn't give a crap about Matt Ryan being here. You want people that have a passion about the team to come to the team, not when somebody being released and they put in their Twitter feeds 28-3, 28-3, 28-3. That's just sad. That's sad, bro. You had an opportunity and you cost us. You was the most penalized guard, my boy. You know, when I was talking to him, when I was talking to Elijah, and I was talking to Blair, I was about to ask them, hey, I'm with the Atlanta Falcons Nation, bro, LLC, my boy. I run a little small little chain, you know what I'm saying, a little small chain podcast, my boy. I was gonna try to invite them dudes. Something told me, just don't invite them. Don't even mention it. And when I tell you, I took the little pictures, talked to them a little bit, and I just went back to doing what I was doing. I swear to you. Because I was about to say, oh man, we got Blair right here. But then I was thinking in my head, like, damn, this Blair, but he ain't getting no love. I'm like, he went off on in preseason last year and didn't get no love. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna ask Blair. I ain't gonna ask Blair. But then I was talking to Elijah. I was like, okay, Elijah started. You know, let me see, can I find it? I was like, Elijah started in the game. Man, I can sit here and ask Elijah, like, hey, my boy, Sean, you wanna, you know? Here we are, right here. I don't know if y'all can see it, but that me talking. Them boys big. That boy big too. But god damn, I'm almost like I'm right at 6 feet. He probably like 6. That man probably like 6'7". Yeah, he probably like 6'7". But it like, I was gonna ask him. It was him and Blair. That's us talking. But your boy a lot is looking clean up there. Talking to him and stuff, dapping him up. And you do this, my boy? Can't see it, bro. But hate to see it is what we usually say. Hate to see it, man. Love it when you do it. GA is supposed to be start offering Okay, football team. That's crazy. Dirty Bird Savages. Okay, Dirty Bird Savages. Okay, you got it. My boy already had told us we can save up. We can get like 50 mil in free agency. And I believe all the moves that he said, my boy, it came to fruition. Like it came. It was out there. He spoke it up, it came out. Funny that Jake Fromm returns as quarterback throwing for UGA Pro Day. Funny. Hello, fam. Please hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up for me, my boy. Thank you, Lewis. Miss Christy Lewis. Hey, fam. Dylan Bell working out at wide receiver and RB. Oh yeah, I seen that too. That's nice. Yeah, Dylan Bell is. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Really would like this. A gadget. He like a gadget guy to me. Another gadget guy, where he would be good as a running back, but he'll be like a check down guru or a straight this crack toss, sweep guy, direct snap guy, like a Debo Samuels or something like that. What about Najee as Tyler's replacement? We can get him for $4 or $5 million. We can get Najee Harris. It's like Najee Harris or Nick Chubb. I would honestly, I like Nick Chubb, and he has lineage to Stefanski. Stefanski, hey Stefanski, come on here, come on out here. But I would rather have Najee Harris would be nice. You're not asking him to do much, but with a Bill Callahan's offensive line direction, it should open up opportunity for any running back to look decent. If we get the people, if we coach these guys up, Lindstrom gonna be Lindstrom. McGarry, come on, McGarry. You coming back. They just, you know what I'm saying? You coming back. You got your money now. You had time to get healed. That's another thing. McGarry went down. Nobody was on his back about he needed to heal. He needed, because they don't look at his position as high quality, at like high priority as a quarterback. But as soon as Michael Penix went down, the first thing they talked about, like his legs. You know what's funny about that? Before we drafted him, they was praising him. And as soon as we got him, yeah. As soon as we got Bijan Robinson, why'd you get Bijan? You got Algier. Why you get Michael Penix? You got Kirk Cousins. Like, get up out of here. I went my Brian Robinson Jr. as the RB2. The thing is, you want somebody to be the RB2 to be exactly better or just as comparable. Like, you want somebody that's whatever Bijan is. We don't need our RB2 doing Bijan stuff. We need our RB2 to be a change of pace. And then you also want that wrecking ball to beat up the defense running back. That's what we need our RB2 to be. I know about Najee Robinson or Chubb didn't look like slapping the face to Tyler. No, Tyler got him a number one spot. Tyler got him a number one spot. Can't be mad at that. He's a number one running back. We had him first. Then Bijan came along and took over. Tyler Algier took the back burner because of Bijan. Best running back in the game. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just what happens. Nathan Carter. Okay. Nathan Carter. Najee Harris or Nick Chubb. I would honestly say between Najee Harris and Nick Chubb, the way I look at it is who can be on the field, who can stay healthy, and who can take the advantage of that opportunity. That's just where we at with that. Who can take advantage of that opportunity? So I want to talk about this. I'm gonna go back to this Tua situation. Wouldn't it be easier to have two left-handed quarterbacks that you ideally create a playbook designed for two left-handed quarterbacks rather than having a left-handed and a right-handed quarterback? That's what Tua. That's a good compliment to Tua being here. Another thing, wouldn't it be comfortable that understand that, hey, we're not asking Tua to be, a significant look. We want Tua to be here for a year. People like, we got Tua. Why the hell we want Tua? The reason why we want Tua is we believe in Michael Penix Jr. if Michael Penix Jr. believes in himself. So what this does is, let me call Michael Penix. Hey, Michael Penix, you still going through your rehab. You still recovering. I want you to be 100%. We're gonna bring somebody in that's gonna be a bridge quarterback, so you can have extra time to do what you need to do to get better. Now, and when you come back and you get to play and it don't look good, that's what it is. Right now, this is the best thing for Michael Penix. 2 reasons. I'm gonna give you 3. Can I give y'all 3? Can I give y'all 3? I'm gonna give you 3. 3 reasons why this helps Michael Penix out. 1, it makes his recovery. Because, like I said, don't believe that there's a quarterback competition. There's not a quarterback competition, y'all. Let's be 100%. Tua is the starter. Tua is the starter, y'all. And I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say why I believe in my heart of hearts that this is true. When you want the future of the franchise fully healed, fully acclimated to the new system, fully aware of the pieces, and seeing and having a better coaching staff nucleus around him, having that full opportunity to become what he can go into his prime years being. Or would you want to rush him in there like we already did? The reason why Tua is a fit, like I said, they're both left-handed. That means when you design a playbook, you design it for a left-handed quarterback, but you have 2. You have 2 Tuas. You have Tuas, pun intended. You have Tuas, quarterbacks that are left-handed, which helps the play designs be catered to both of these guys that are left-handed. It's blowing your mind. I know, I get it. Secondly, we're not asking Tua. If Tua balls out and gets us to the playoffs, phenomenal. That's not an indictment of Michael Penix Jr. That means he has more time to sit behind a veteran quarterback. Because after you done put 5 or 6 years into the game, 4 or 5 years, you're considered a veteran at that time. You're a veteran. We can all agree that Tua's a veteran right now. So he sits behind a veteran left-handed quarterback that has also went through injuries, that has knocked him out for seasons and knocked him out for games, where he can lean on him to ask him, how did he do? What did he do? When did he do? That helps Michael Penix development, right? Development. You follow me, right? That helps the development. Not only does that help, and then the third thing that helps Michael Penix with Tua being in there is, this helps the organization. The Dolphins owe this man $99 million, and we got him a starting quarterback. Tua is a starting quarterback. He don't throw his back. He doesn't have the same arm strength as Michael Penix. He's not as accurate as Michael Penix. He has more snaps, more experience. He is a left-handed. But with Tua costing us $1 million, not even 2, like 1 million, something like, you already paid, bro. Just come here for $1 million, be a bridge quarterback, play, and then if you do bad one game or after 4 or 5 games, it's just not you in the books, that means 4 or 5 games. That's an extension that Michael Penix get better learn the system, get confident, get acclimated with the new staff. Bro, this is a win. People don't know when you get a win. That's a win. Bro, I didn't even see this message. And then we Gas boy, that's why Gas boys be speaking, bro. I didn't even see your comment. I just went to your comment. It's a win for the Falcons. Either Penix shows he's a starter, the Tua shows he's a rejuvenated in his career. Exactly. So guess what we do? We can sign Tua again. We can still have Michael Penix. Like, it's nothing wrong with Michael Penix sitting out 2 years. Still get acclimated, still getting with the same squad. It's nothing wrong with Pat Mahomes them sitting behind people. Like, it only makes you better, especially when you got the right type of coaches around you. And then when his number is called, next man up, he does what he needs to do. He don't look foolish like he's looked before. Either way, Tua successful, the Falcons can probably do the Jordan Love treatment with Michael PJ. I mean, he said Michael PJ. Michael Penix Jr. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He can sit. He sat behind. Jordan Love sat behind. Bro, that's why we speak, bro. We you get it. See, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying, right? You get it. He sat behind Aaron Rodgers, learning, doing what he's doing, learning the book. Then when he got in there, bro, he's certified. We want this man to be certified. And then once this man is certified, then he'll be raised to the rafter. Then Michael Penix Jr. I'm not JPJ. JPJ must be talking about me. You know me, James Pierce? But Michael Penix will be, hopefully he'll be just like Jordan Love is. Jordan Love is legit now. What's happening, 3 Dirty? What's happening? Jordan Love drafted 2020, didn't start. That's what I'm saying. 3 years. Let this man develop. Let him heal. Let's get him the help that he needs. Let's give him his confidence. This man sat on the sideline looking sick, sad, puppy-eyed. And then this man got into a conference, into a post-game conference to say, I have nobody on the team but my high school person I talked to and my fiance. Nobody on the team. That's sad for the person that you consider your future franchise quarterback. That's crazy. Let this man heal. Let somebody like Tua, let the dude that was a Cyclops last year that came back and beat us with one eye, with a visor on, probably never wearing a visor before, beat us. Let that guy be that guy for us during the year against other teams. What's wrong with that? People get in this mindset where they like who they like and they want to see who they like and they don't want to see nobody else. That's just where we at. They don't want to see nobody else. And nobody wanted to see Tua. Bro, Tua just cost us, he didn't cost us no money. You get a bona fide starting quarterback for nothing. I mean, $1 million is something for all of us, but to an organization, it's cheap. Everybody, y'all don't understand. They are getting in this free agency. They are getting people that was dumped on because of injuries, came back. They got other pieces ahead of them. And these are people on a whole bunch of prove it deals. We trying to prove it. You know who I want us to draft? I still want Zachariah Branch, man. Zachariah Branch. I just feel like Zachariah Branch to me is a running back in a wide receiver's position. Everything that a running back can do, cut, do all that stuff, that's Zachariah Branch as a receiver, like a receiver running back. I don't want him to be a receiver running back, but he's a receiver that's a running back, if that makes sense. Make sure your offensive line is solid. If not, it's going to be a short season for Tua and no longer one of the. Oh, no. That's Bill Callahan's job. That's the line coach. Line coach will make sure that's done. You got to understand, we was down Storm Norton. We was down Stormy. We was down, it was another person. We was down. Like it was Storm. It was a few. It was like our whole line was missing like 3 people. I think 2 to 3 people. You know what I'm saying? McGarry. I remember when we drafted McGarry in hold on, let me see. Hold on. Forgot who we drafted. Let me put this on here before my computer down, y'all. I forgot when we drafted McGarry in I forgot who we drafted. McGarry and Lindstrom. I think they were talking about injuries too. I think they were talking about Lindstrom being injury prone too at one point in time. Can the Falcons and the fan base understand and do a process that isn't instant solution? Absolutely not, bro. Stop playing with me. You know we can't. Well, I can. It's a difference between somebody that understands the game of football and somebody that watches the game of football. We can be clear with that. Most of the people that's a fan or fanatic, they just watch the game. We're not interested in the X's and O's and what it takes to build a team. It's seeing is believing. If I want to see touchdowns, and that's the end goal. People don't understand. When I played football, they said that the goal was to get 10 yards, 10 times to make a touchdown. The goal isn't a touchdown. You want to do 10 yards to get 4 more tries to get 10 yards to get 4 more tries to get 10 yards. So just understanding the processes of football and what it takes. Some people are just like fans of football. We're paying that Tua main salary for the next 2 seasons. We're paying Tua's main salary for the next 2 seasons. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Florida. Thank you, Miami. That's what I'm saying. That's why we put him on 1 year. For 1 year, and then like, hey, bro. So since you did good, we'll bring you back. Since they paying you another, 50 million, 45, 47 million, we'll just give you 5 million. Pay you 5 million for another season. Thank you. Time, my boy. What's happening, man? Mike, mama. He said he laughing. I'm just being 100%. I'm just trying to be 100%. As I'm thinking that is the understood situation. 330. Can you explain that to him again? That was understood. That's why we said use an old 99. Would you like 100 million? Let's give you 1 million on top of that 99. Then you'll get 100. You 100 million quarterback, my boy. Of course you will start. You getting paid 100 million. You look like Kirk Cousins right now. Guaranteed money. I'm just making sure 330. You saw it. What our dumb friend. Oh yeah, man. We know y'all dumb. And then release them. We just as dumb too, but we know how I feel. We just came off of that. We just came off of $100 million guaranteed to Kirk Cousins. We know how I feel, so we know. So now we like, whoo, we was being the laughing stock. Now Miami's finna be the last laughing stock, and you a bordering state. I guess that's just what we do down here. Seems questionable to draft small wide receivers, and guys like Amaze Zacchaeus can be found as a undrafted free agent. Amade Zacchaeus. Welcome back, Amade. It's not really questionable, and I'm gonna tell you why. Let's go to this next topic. Let's go to this right here. Let's go to this. And this is the last. And I didn't even fully put free agency out there. Let's change that. Let's put it in there. But let's talk about this. I was tired when I did that. But let's say this. Thoughts on free agency moves. Okay. Now we finna get to the meat and potatoes right now. Y'all seen the Dotson, y'all seen, the hand, y'all seen all of the moves, all of the veteran moves that we did, the depth. You know what that sets us up to do something that IMAX mentioned. Our O-line. That means we can go get an O-line guy. That means You know that thing that Ian Cunningham said he does? He'll take 5 picks and make it 10. This is how at first I was like, don't do that, my boy. What you doing? But this dude, they cooked meat, they cooked the yams, the mac and cheese, the greens, they put dressing, they put Thanksgiving dinner together. They cook so much in this free agency right now. They cook so much that, man, you sit down on a plate like this. Have you seen those videos that show people who never ate soul food? It shows like white people eating soul food, or Hispanic, whoever never ate soul food, finally eating some good soul food or some seasoned chicken. They be like, I'm gonna slap my mama. Like, this is what seasoning tastes like. Have y'all seen them videos? Tell me y'all seen them videos. That is exactly when the people just be eating. Y'all, if y'all haven't jumped on the bandwagon of Stefanski, Matt Ryan, and Ian Cunningham yet, y'all soon will be jumping on the bandwagon. If y'all didn't see that how we never make free agency moves, how they done made so many moves, and there's so many depth moves, and there's so many complementary moves. Shout out to Troy Anderson if he comes back the way he needs to be. Shout out to, I really wish we had Landman. If we had Troy Anderson, Landman, and Troy Anderson, Diablo, and then who's that other, the dude we got from the Texans? They linebacker. I tell y'all, and where's Reaper at? I always say it's like a Grady Jarrett situation. Y'all don't hear me say this all the time. This is like a Grady Jarrett situation. Ellis, you went back to your former team, boy, for $11 million, boy. Okay. If I can get, because you're gonna cost to keep you. You really did a good job. When you do good, you do so good, it's gonna cost us. So if I can just let you walk and then get 3 to 4 other guys that can give me what you did amongst themselves collectively and have depth, which one would you want to do? Would you rather have 4 people that can give you his performance or 1 person? And you trying to think like, well, it's better if you have 1 person because it's cheaper. No, it's cheaper to have the other 4 people. Your greatest resource is people. That's business 101. You do more with more people. If you have more men that can give you the same type of performance, that is the better option. That's what needs to be understood. Bro, this team, we always get excited about our team. Let's not get it twisted. We're always excited. But this Stefanski, Ian Cunningham, and Matt Ryan's connection that they're creating and showing you what they're doing by doing things that we haven't seen before, where we're getting guys and they're gearing up. And then now, once they trade back and all of these things, we don't have to get premier guys. Some people are going to drop in it. Some people are going to drop in the draft. Let's just be 100%. But we can take those 5 picks and make it 10, and we can go load up in other areas. We can go load up in O-line. We can go load up, you know what I'm saying, with another defensive lineman. We can go load up with another cornerback. We can go load up with some special team help. We can go load up with another wide receiver. So when you were saying, because I'm going to be 100%, Zacchaeus, didn't we get Dotson? Did we get Dotson? Or did we get that speeder guy from Philly? Did we not get him? Did we not get Dotson? Let me make sure. Is that what I seen? We did get Dotson, right? That dude from the Philadelphia. Jameer Dotson, right? I'd be behind the curve, bro. I'd be like, man, so I'd be excited. Like back in the day, like I don't want no information. I want to find out on my own. Yeah. Jahan Dotson. I said Jameer. I was thinking about Jameer Gibbs. Jahan Dotson. Sign him. We got him for 2 years. We got him for 2 years. So that dude that we wanted, Scotty to be the dude who could take out, run down the field. That dude, Jahan Dotson, is Darnell's Mooney replacement. What does Zacchaeus do well? The same thing. That's Darnell Mooney's replacement. What else we have? A Drake London that's a possession receiver that go up there and go get it. What else do we have? We franchise tag, you guessed it, Pitts, to go do what Pitts normally do. Hopefully, with better Tommy Lee and Stefanski, two tight end coaches that can help develop him to make him become back the unicorn. He's still an X factor. We just want to see him more consistently during the games. And they'll game plan to make him a feature, Drake London a feature, Bijan always the feature. He said, still shot Hellum ain't transitioned to the linebacker, how he be knocking heads off. You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah. Buddy like Troy can't stay healthy. Well, he can't. If Troy can't stay healthy, he's up out of here. But I think he just, I mean, it's situational, man. He's a lost cause because he think he needs weapons around him and stay upright. Y'all some weapons on. Y'all have some weapons on offense. He's a new era for shot. Actually, the greatest resource is water because who wants to work without working toilets? No, water is the greatest element, but hydrogen, oxygen, all that stuff mix. Now, like the best ability is availability, and Trey Anderson hasn't been available. Tua had the fastest wide receivers in the Dolphins and still can't make it work. Look at his coach. Wasn't his coach want to be fired too? Y'all gotta look at more than just Tua just going out there. When you have controversy inside of your locker room, when a coach don't even know he has the confidence of his team, when they're not buying into the things that you do, when they just don't care, when you hear all the conversations outside. These people are human too. So when we talk about them, when we talk about how Tua and all this stuff, like what they mean, like, you know, F him, we don't need him concussed protocol ass, you know, they're gonna hear that. They're human. That's the reason why Elijah Wilkinson did what he did. He got into it with somebody and started, but you know, whatever. Because we thought we had needed an offensive line. Yeah, every team needs an offensive line. If we can get Bill Callahan to create a glimpse of what the Cowboys had offensively lined, their offensive line was, we ain't got nothing to worry about Tua or Michael Penix. Michael Penix just looked like he just wasn't comfortable in the pocket, and it has more so to do with his footwork was like really bad. Yeah, Dolphins don't work. Man, thanks for your honest input. I got family in Miami. They say the same. Yeah, it's just what it is. I mean, we 100% over here. If you up in here, we're 100% over here. We're 100%. We tell you the truth. Like if our team's sucking, we sucking. Pause that. But if they ain't doing what they need to do, like everybody know the Falcons didn't have a pass rush. Now you know that our defense is here. Now they adding more to our defense. You say got real quarterbacks. Yeah. So in the 2027 draft, I'm gonna be 100%. 100%. If we draft a quarterback, hopefully Michael Penix will be the starting quarterback by then. And Michael Penix Jr. can give us 2 to 3 more years and have that development behind him. But it's all about what they do. We don't need to draft something we don't need. No injury-prone quarterbacks. Was Malik Neighbors? Was that wide receiver injury-prone before he went out in New York? Only thing it takes is a bad hit. Anybody can be hit. Anybody can be injured. That's why they call it full contact. Somebody can have a promising year and take the wrong type of hit, Dude just got into the NFL and already received the injury. We have so far picked up precision route runners, Kyle really tight with speed. I had somebody mention that too. They was like, man, somebody was like, yeah, these guys are like, because that's what it is. You want to have so many mismatches to a point somebody's gonna be open. It's gonna be 50-50 balls. Pause. You're gonna have people like Drake London that's high end on 50-50 getting open. When you got a Drake London, a Zacchaeus, a Dotson, and a Kyle Pitts out there with a Bijan Robinson coming out the backfield, with an O line that's standing up and doing what they need to do, being coached correctly, and they having time to 3 to 4 seconds to make their decisions, it's going to be ugly for a lot of people. And this might be the winning culture that makes these guys mentally change their footing. Y'all don't understand. Sometimes people be like, I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of the same old. They probably believing in what's going on. They seeing all the people they bringing in. They're like, oh shit, they ain't never made a splash like this. You know? He said when he started throwing tip passes, just be guaranteed passes, lots of sacks. Well, I can't sit up here. Regardless if he thought, like, I can't go off of what he did in Miami. He in Georgia now. Let's see what he do in Georgia. He said, dude is cooked. Sam Bradford needs. It's crazy. With us trading Waddle, I really hope we're not setting Willis up for failure. Yeah, y'all trying to build in a draft, and I mean, they're gonna build around him. So y'all gonna suck for a couple of more years before y'all get right. People thought Fields and Lance were real quarterbacks so years ago, not buying 2000. Nah, man, they wanted us to get Justin Fields and all that. I'm like, He said Sam Bradford needs, yeah, talent, um, evaluation matters. Yeah, it does. You can't coach talent, but you can coach mentality. You heard that from the Lochness. Quote that. You can't coach talent, but you can coach mentality. So, just like I said, we don't need the most talented people on this team. We need the most coached, executional wise talent or men. We don't need everybody to be the talent. You don't have to be the best at blocking, but if I can coach you on how to position your body next to the person and you do your assignment and you execute your assignment to perfection, then it will provide us with opportunity. That's what we need. That's why we don't have to go against big names. That's why like somebody like Zacchaeus is still relevant, undrafted, because he was coached well. He had the talent. Somebody gave him an opportunity. He relished in that talent. If I'm not mistaken, one of the people that made people get money was that man that's the president of football on our team. Because once they was up under Matt Ryan, he got people deals when they left us. They was getting paid because he made them look good. He said brittle like plastic in cold water. Whatever works for you. We got to do hand. We got a lot of people, bro. Like I honestly feel like we officially signed who? Yeah, a lot of people, man. Hold on. Let's see who we got. Let's see who we signed. We signed a cornerback today. which is like we get a lot of depth that we didn't have. I still want us to draft another wide receiver. I still think we need to draft another wide receiver. Do y'all think we need another wide receiver? Um, I really think we need another wide receiver. A Jahan Dotson is, like I said, is a Super Bowl caliber type person that just taking over Mooney's spot. Zacchaeus is a great slot. Even putting Drake London on the slot. I like Drake London on the slot too. Drake London in the slot and have a Zacchaeus on the outside, a Jahan Dotson, and a Jahan Dotson, um, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and then a Zacchaeus on the outside with Bijan Robinson in the backfield. Tua or Michael Penix Jr. as a quarterback. You want to create matchup nightmares. And if I wonder the same thing, they love Washington can't run routes or catch. Yeah, I don't think Washington gonna be here, bro. Nah, we good on receivers. Offense runs Bijan who can line up as a receiver as well. Yeah, I can see that too. I didn't even think about I didn't think about motioning him out as a receiver into the slot position. I honestly, so if we're good on receivers, I think our first pick should be an O-line person. I feel like we shouldn't give up our second round pick, but give up the third to a later third. You know what I'm saying? Third to a later third and another fourth. Um, Offer up something a later second round pick to get another third. You know what I'm saying? This year. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. You know, that sounds about right. You know, we got a second, a third. Hold on. What's our picks? Like what rounds are they? Hold on, somebody hit me out. Let me see. What's our picks? Tell me what our picks. You said another cornerback. All right, so I'm finna go to a draft simulator, but a cornerback would be nice too. I mean, we need like if we pick people, like they said, the best person on the board. They always say that get the best person on the board. If it's a cornerback, get the cornerback. If it's a wide receiver, get the wide receiver. Like I don't know. Like me personally, I'm like, get the best person on the board. If we yeah, so you said if we good on okay, I'm gonna put it in. I got this little draft simulator in. It's fast. I'm gonna put it on fast. I'm not a free for all. I'm gonna do a standard into the draft room as the Falcons. And I'm gonna start it. I can't stand all these. All right. So we got draft like we're number 48, second round. Kansas City is offering us a third, a fourth, a fifth, two fifths, and a fourth in 2027 draft. They offering us one, two, three, four. For our second round pick, they offering four picks this year for our second round pick. Just off of that alone, that gets us 9. Arizona also offering us a third, a fifth, a sixth, and two Nah, nah, nah. Kansas City giving us. So my question is like, Kansas City will give us a third round 74, a fourth round 109 pick, two fifths for our second round pick. I really think we should keep our second round pick and get the best whatever position that we need, the best person for that position that we fit that fits our scheme. It's not just picking the best person on the board. It's always good about picking the best person that fits our team scheme and what direction are they going in. If we good on run, like I said, if we good on running backs, I'm gonna reject that. I'm gonna reject that, reject that, reject that. At Kansas City, that would have got to be 9 picks, 9, and then so I'm gonna do all Tyson Simpson, Blake Miller, offensive tackle. See, I would go. I'm gonna look at cornerbacks based off of this, based off of what we already have. Um, we got Brandon Sicey, Sissy, Sicey, Malik Muhammad. I like that dude from Florida. Yeah, Devin Moore. I like him. So yeah, so it's like when we do a draft, like when I look at the draft and look at what we already have, and then if I go wide receivers, saying if we're gonna pick a wide receiver, Zachariah Branch is there. I'm high on Zachariah Branch, but I'm also high on Elijah Surratt. They got Elijah Surratt. They got Skylar Bell there. I went honestly, and I'm gonna be 100%. He said Davis. What is it from Washington? What's his position? Hold on. Is that a cornerback? Hold on. What is he? From Washington, right here, cornerback. Yeah, I see him. I see him. He's 128th on the draft board as far as. So I wouldn't go edge. I wouldn't go tight end. I wouldn't go running back. I would go look. Let's look at offensive tackle or an inside line, O line. I like the Emmanuel Pregon, the dude from Oregon. I like him. Connor Lew. I like the Connor Lew. Uh, Logan Jones. I like him. You said, yep. You said a 6'4" cornerback. So you saying the dude from Washington, the same dude? So you saying the dude? What's his name? The dude you just said? Let's see. Let's see. I'm gonna pick him. I'm gonna drop him just because y'all said it. I'm gonna see what happens. I pick cornerback as our number second round 48. So New York Jets want to give me 2 4s in a potential round 4 in 2027. Ooh, no. 2 4s for my third round. I'm gonna reject that too. Yeah, because okay, so once we get our cornerback, we got cornerback depth. Will we go safety? Some people think I go O line. I would either go linebacker. No, linebackers are good. Linebackers are good. We got veteran presence in linebacker. I would go interior O line. I'll go interior O line. Just saying, I'm gonna look at wide receivers too, bro. In the third round, I'm gonna pick this choice myself. I'ma still go defensive tackle or offensive tackle. Okay, let me look at it. Let me look at it. OT. Brian Parker the second, Austin Barber, Elijah World, offensive tackle. Let me look at defensive tackle. Let me see how the defensive tackle look. Because it's like, what do you mean, a defensive lineman? Defensive lineman. Gonna do defensive lineman. Nah. OT. We're gonna go OT. We're gonna go Brian Parker the second. Our offensive line needs to be stout. Our offensive line has to be stout. I like that dude, Bryce Lance. I think Bryce Lance gonna fall to us as like an undrafted person. Maybe he was somebody. I think that was the dude who said he liked. I think he liked Drake London. He liked looking at Drake London or something like that, or something. Like, I think it was him. And then McAllister from Georgia, not McAllister, but the dude from Georgia Tech, the wide receiver from Georgia Tech. I think it's gonna be a lot of undrafted people we can get in. Like it's gonna be crazy. Okay, so Skylar Bell, the wide receiver. Skylar Bell is decent too. Damn, he fell all the way down here though. That's crazy work. Let's go safety. But Clark, another cornerback. I still think we should go with a wide receiver. So I get Skylar Bell. Skylar Bell is decent too. Skylar Bell is decent. Hey, what's happening? So I don't know. Like I said, I feel like we need to make sure we get on O line. O line needs depth for real. I think Elijah Wilkinson on our O line was just it was just that's all we had. It was either him or bust. And this dude was the most penalized person on that thing. Yeah, so what it is like I said, we shored up a lot of positions in the free agency. So what helps us with that with our draft, it doesn't make us have to overcomplicate our draft picks because we have depth. We just have to have people that fits our system and we can develop them with the veteran presence to be the next person up. I don't feel like we need. How do y'all feel about Njoku? I think Njoku is still out there. You think we're gonna pick up Njoku? Is Njoku still out there? He said we need a fast wide receiver mostly. That's why I was saying that Zachariah Branch. Like if Zachariah Branch is there, I'm gonna be 100%. Okay, so I did a draft real quick based off of what we have. That cornerback from Washington, I got a D plus for that. The person that y'all said, what was his? Yeah, the cornerback from Washington, that was a D plus. He doesn't fit. That's what they're saying. Does my Brian Parker the second offensive tackle? You got that gets a B. My Skylar Bell, The wide receiver from UConn, that gets an A+. The cornerback from Carol, Thaddeus Dixon, the cornerback from North Carolina, I guess a B+ for that. I feel like we should have two. We gotta make sure we have two cornerbacks that I feel like can be taught up, to be better. Because we got that Xavier Watts being coached up by um, Jesse Bates. So if we don't keep Jesse Bates next year, his replacement will be Watts, and then Jesse Bates will be gone on. You know what I'm saying? I think if he has a good season this year, we'll keep him. Uh, yeah, you said. I think the Falcons and Panthers win, so I'm looking for agency moves. Yeah, I think you only go after Njoku if they're going to trade Pitts. Okay. Um, Njoku, like my whole thing about Njoku is, if we do a lot of two tight end setups, you got to remember we let go of Charlie Warner. We let him go, right? And we kept Simon or Simeon, Simon, whatever. But Njoku isn't going to cost that much to get. So we can still have a three tight end room. Like it's not just Pitts and that's it, and Simon and whatever his name is. Njoku would be a good addition, a good veteran presence too. And he's already worked with Stefanski, so and it can still have a lot of two tight end setups with a decent O line, and that opens up opportunity for Bijan to put mustard all over the offense. You know what I'm talking about? Put that Bijan mustard on that. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, she Branch round 2 or 3. See, that's what I was thinking too. I said Branch. He fell to me at 3. But I picked somebody else when I just did the draft. Like the draft simulator. I'm gonna start over. Restart it. Of course, I'm gonna pick the Falcons. Of course, I'm gonna have a fast speed, and then we're gonna go ahead and start it. Like I'm gonna show you how it's gonna go. I still want us to get Zachariah Branch. It was either Surratt, and when it was Surratt or Branch. I don't think we need a Zachariah Branch if we have a Dotson and a Zacchaeus. Those are already speed and route runner guys. Zachariah Branch is a speed and route runner guy. I don't think we need another one of those. I think we need a Surratt, like a taller, like a more possession receiver that's like Drake London, right? So if I go wide receiver first, Chris Bell, Elijah Surratt, Skylar. Somebody see this draft. Somebody already picked up Zachariah. So I'm gonna go cornerback first. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go cornerback first. We keep our second round pick at 48. We can trade our third round to get more, but pick our cornerback on our second round. And the person I'm finna pick for our cornerback, I don't know, is either Keontae Scott from Hurricanes, Keontae Scott, or Colton Hood. Which one? Which one do you think? I like Colton Hood. Keontae Scott's cool too, but Colton Hood, I like Colton Hood. We have Charlie Warner and Austin Hooper. Oh, we kept Charlie Warner? I thought they let him go. Oh, Austin Hooper, they did get Austin Hooper. Yeah, we don't. Yeah, we ain't gonna get no Njoku. Austin Hooper was the guy who Matt Ryan threw a touchdown to when nobody was paying attention to him. He was like by himself open and just walked in. I don't know if y'all remember that game, but Austin Hooper caught the ball all by himself and nobody was around. He just touchdown. But Austin Hooper, He got a little tread on his tires now. He was a rookie when we got him, so now he understands. So yeah, Charlie Warner, if we still have him, the reason why we have him, he was just a blocking machine. So so Kyle Pitts. Well, I guess that's our four tight end. So yeah, we probably don't need a tight end. Plus Joshua's Simon. Okay, yeah, that's why I was like, yeah. So I guess we don't need a tight end. Absolutely not. Yeah, the dude from Tennessee. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Colton Hood. That's who I'm gonna draft for our cornerback. And then Miami wants to trade. I ain't trading nothing with Miami. I ain't trading nothing with New England. I ain't trading nothing with the Jets. I don't know. No, I ain't trading with the Jets. Indianapolis for our third round pick. Indianapolis is offering a fourth, a fifth, a sixth, a fourth, a sixth, and a seventh in the 2027. Damn, that'll give us a lot of reject that. I don't really like to. I don't really like to. I'm gonna go wide receiver. I don't really like to trade. I like to just see what we're gonna do. Um, but if I go wide receiver in the third round, they got Skylar Bell, is which I like. I like Skylar Bell. I don't know. I don't know. Go check out Skylar Bell, bro. Skylar Bell is nice. Skylar Bell is pretty decent. Let me see. Can I pull up some Skylar Bell highlights? Look, I didn't even have to put it in for Skylar. You can hide Skylar Bell highlights from UConn. Like he's another short guy that's fast. I'm telling you, the little short fast guys. Yes, Sirski. You said offensive tackle. I like to do it from Texas A&M, but I would take Jake Slaughter. I take Jake Slaughter. But yeah, man, like I said, at the end of the day, bro, our team is best suited. Like they cook so much in the free agency like pool that we have never seen before. You can't say that they cook so much because you got to understand our team was young, right? It had veterans sprinkled here and there. I think they felt like let's have more of a veteran presence to wherever we pull in, they would have somebody that can help develop them as well as the coaches develop, so and it creates that depth. So it's going to be very interesting. We're not going to have a first round draft pick, which is not really annoying, but we normally go to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium for the draft. So now my question is what they gonna have a draft party for the second round? Like that's the question. You know, I think we go Malik Muhammad with second. I seen Malik Muhammad, cornerback. We don't need a tight end. I don't feel like we need edge. We don't. I don't. I wouldn't recommend drafting a running back. So I would honestly go offense. I would like. I would sure up. I would sure up the O line. 155, 162. I'm gonna go O line. I feel like our O line just needs a revamp. Did we just sign? Did we just sign him? Let's see. Najee Harris. I'm pretty sure when people look at this team, people gonna be like, "Oh man, the Falcons, they different." Here's what the Chargers. Let's see. Did it? He said a lot of 1 year deals on players with something approved. You can keep or cut them, and it won't mess up next year's salary cap. Teams move by any kind of help. Absolutely. I honestly think like even in the third round, Zachariah Branch and Surratt was in the third round. But I would um let me see. You said defensive line. Let me check the defensive line. Ooh, I go defensive line with this one. Albert Regis. I like the Albert Regis. Albert Regis was nice too. He was pretty decent. Yeah, I got you. Never mind. It says Falcons are linked to signing him. My bad. Oh, I'm about to say. All right, so let me tell you the draft I just did. um, I drafted for our first draft pick. I drafted a cornerback, Colton Hill from Tennessee. A plus. Second, third round, I drafted a wide receiver from UConn, Skylar Bell, A. An inside lineman, Jake Slaughter. I drafted Drake Slaughter. Um, then I went to an offensive tackle in the fifth round. I think that's the fifth round. With Penn State's Drew Shelton, the offensive tackle. That's an A plus because he's a good. Drew Shelton is actually a good offensive tackle, and you gotta have people that are already good plug and play players that you can put with the already good people, and then train them up. Because you got to give Bill Callahan bodies that he can teach up, veterans that he can teach up, and strength coach and conditioning coaches can help them, be better agile on their feet and using their bodies, not just their brute, just not just the brute strength, but using their bodies and angles to position themselves to move and push the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not just about pushing the pocket up, it's also about moving someone out of potential opportunity for tackling or getting past or getting to the quarterback or to the running back. You open up lanes. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, when you're a student of football, you learn all of these things. And then a defensive lineman, Albert Regis. Albert Regis was a decent. He was a almost an A. He was a B plus. So that was a pretty good draft, just based off of my knowledge of what we've already have. You want to have people that are, like I said, a lot of people, like they mentioned, a lot of people on 1 year deals. That helps the team out where, you can prove that you want to be here, and then we can give you a extension. And if you don't work out, hey, you don't work out. We got somebody behind you. We can bring up or we can draft somebody. You can select the big citrus at pick 48. He said the big citrus. Who the hell is that? Tua will look good in Georgia Dome, but when he goes to the road in the one, we don't have the Georgia Dome. That thing is dead. So he in the Georgia Dome. I know we already in the loss. We don't have a Georgia Dome anymore. road in the winter months, that would be something different. Yeah. We got the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We ain't got the Georgia Dome, because if he in the Georgia Dome, boy, ooh, we got no in trouble. Who is the big citrus? Who is that? I mean, who the hell is the big citrus? Let's see. I'm gonna see how I look. I'm gonna draft him. Dominique Orange from Ohio, Iowa State. Oh, okay. That's his name. They call him the Big Citrus because his Atlanta orange. Orange is my favorite color. If you don't notice that orange and red is in my little background, so orange and red is my colors. Um, reject, 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 reject. So I'm gonna say orange. What is his position? He's a DT. Let's see. Defensive tackle. Dominique Orange from Ohio, Iowa State. D line. He's better than Ohio State? You saw Iowa State, but he's better than Kaden McDaniel from Ohio State? You would pick him over Caden? I would pick him over Caden McDaniel from Ohio State. Orange. I pick Orange over Caden McDaniel from Ohio State. Have you looked at Dante Lawson? Yeah, I looked at him too. Do you feel like I looked at the people I looked at? I looked at Joshua Trotter. I looked at Jake Golday. I looked at, let's see, Devontae Lawson. I looked at Devontae Lawson, and I looked at Aiden Fisher. I think them guys right there that I mentioned, the linebackers I looked at. In the third round, I really think I like Skylar Bell. See, that's who I picked that's who I picked as our third round pick, Skylar Bell, and that's was an A+ pick. So right now, if you're looking at our team, it's either cornerback, linebacker, or offensive lineman. D lineman, offensive lineman, linebacker, or CB. So if I go CB first, like I said, I go CB first. I got Colton Hood right here. I'm always pick Colton Hood from Tennessee. I'm gonna just pick Colton Hood from Tennessee. Like that cornerback, he was a great cornerback, bro. Like it's a no brainer to me. So now, if I pick the cornerback, so we can go linebacker. Every person that you mentioned, Dante gone, Devontae gone. So I'm gonna go D line. Orange is right there from D line in the third round, and then okay, I'll pick Orange from the D line. I'll pick Orange just on the third round. I could have picked Skylar Bell, but that's always the obvious choice. I always pick the wide receiver in the third round. Now I'm gonna go to wide receiver. Ugh, they ain't got nobody. Eric McAllister, Eric Rivers from Georgia Tech. He's always available, like in the later rounds. Aiden Fisher for Indiana. I'm gonna do another cornerback, Malik Muhammad. I'm gonna do another cornerback, Malik Muhammad. And then my last two picks. What's happening? Lee Hunter. Let me see. We're gonna go offensive tackle. It's either I like Drew Shelton, offensive tackle. Best guy on the board. I'm gonna take the best guy on the board for that. He said Texas A&M. I don't think he's available. Hush. Yeah, hush. wide receiver. I'm gonna pick Everett Rivers. Yeah, so Scholar is always available. Okay, I almost an A+ on everything I picked. I got a Colton Hood as our cornerback. I got a Dominique Orange for our defensive lineman in third round. I got an A+ for that. I picked another cornerback, Malik Muhammad from Texas. That was a B+. Um, then I did a offensive tackle, J.C. Davis, and then I did another wide receiver, the Georgia Tech wide receiver, Rivers, and that was an A+. The last two was an A+. So I got almost an A+ on everything except the Malik Muhammad. They didn't feel like we needed another cornerback. He was an okay pick, but it was probably somebody else they wanted me to pick there. But I got almost A+ on everything. So it's just understanding what our needs are. Um, they said Medina at DT would might be out to in pass rush. Okay, Lee Hunter, what's happening? I like Zach Branch, but he is a bit of an unknown. Skylar Bell can run deep and yak after catch. He's more in his bag. Yeah, that's why I picked Skylar. Skylar is number 3. I would normally our number one pick. We need to pick a sure lockdown. You remember when we picked up AJ Terrell and everybody was hot, like he be getting burnt. Now every AJ Terrell, like, oh, it's a no-fly zone when it comes to AJ Terrell. That's what we need. We need to pick the best cornerback available at that position right there at that time for number 48. It's either that or pick a player that you're gonna put him in now. Bryce Lance, yeah, that's his name, right? Bryce Lance, yeah, he's good too. You said I get a nephew with that name. He's said, oh, I got a nephew with that name. Yeah. Yeah, I don't have a problem with Bryce. He was another person. I think that was the one of the ones that, yeah, he's pretty decent too. I think that's the one who said he wanted to play with Drake London, or he mimicked, or he Drake London was somebody he look at, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all for stopping by. Your boy done gave y'all like almost 2 hours of this love. You know what I'm talking about? I appreciate for those who stopped by. I did it like I said, a noontime show, started at 11:45. Man, if y'all haven't followed the Lochness, man, on the Lochness podcast, man, follow the Lochness, tell a friend, share the content, hit this notification bell, subscribe, get me to 500 subs, man. Let people know we still represent the AFN Atlanta Falcon Nation. Um, but yeah, man, we our team is looking legit. You said defensive back or DT at 48. It's gonna be a CB. If Colton Hood is there, it's Colton Hood. Colton Hood, like, he was phenomenal, bro. So if we need a cornerback, go ahead and get him now. We have go look at our free agencies that we've gotten this time, and it will pretty much set you up for what it seemed like the first 3 picks should be. Um Zacchaeus Dotson, Drake London. We would need another wide receiver, and you can get like gadget wide receivers or wide receivers in undrafted free agency to put them in the practice squad to see what happens. We still have Blair that I believe still has an opportunity if he hasn't left, but um, you want people to pick up a Zachariah Branch because somebody like Dotson, we don't need a Zachariah Branch. We got Jahan Dotson. And Zacchaeus is like a Mooney-esque, and Jahan Dotson is somebody that can take the He's like a Mooney is too. So you got two possession receivers, and I'm considering Kyle Pitts a possession receiver. Possession receiver with Drake London and Kyle Pitts, those are possession. And they're not really burners. They're just possession receivers. They will win those 50-50 balls. Pause. And then you have Jahan Dotson and a Zacchaeus that will get you, that will be Mooney-esque. Like they're like a Mooney, like Mooney that doesn't like the money that we was paying Mooney, we just got Jahan Dotson for 2 years for 15 mil. So 7.5 million for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? Per year. So and Mooney was costing us 16 or something like that. 14. Yeah. And wasn't giving us nothing. Yeah. He was giving us something before, but yeah. No. We need a cornerback bad. We have nobody opposite of AJ Terrell. And then yeah, that D Alfred loss. People talk so much trash about D Alfred, but now when he's gone, now they're missing him. Now they're like, oh man, we let him walk like that. No, y'all was talking about how he was getting burnt and he was letting like, you know. So if that's the case, a Colton Hood at number 48. He said, I like Skylar Bell than Zachariah Brands. Yeah, me too. I mean, I like Zachariah Brands, but if we're gonna get it like that guy, I like Skylar Bell. Skylar Bell's that guy. Like I always picked him. Like I picked him. What was it? Devontae Lawson. Before we got the tight ends, I was picking the tight end for Alabama. I think the Hispanic guy. Um, it's see the thing. Yeah, y'all need to look at also is the coaches that we have as well. They will dictate a lot of the decisions. Like they might have, you see how this O line guy, Bill Callahan, take your team and look at find you some O line guys. So if we don't pick the best O line guy within the draft, we can call them in, have a conversation with them, and they can be undrafted. Because you can find diamonds in the rough now. Don't think that they just because their name ain't called during the big show, don't mean they don't show up at the end. You know what I'm talking about? And then also you gotta think about it too. This is an opportunity for Kobe Bryant, to get his due diligence, to get his development, I mean, he's been called up a couple of times. It's about time for Kobe Bryant to get his love too, because he's still on the squad as well. Um, yeah, develop him more. That's why it's gonna be good. Like the Kobe Bryant, Xavier Watts. Don't forget about Billy Bowman. Like we gonna be a little different, man. Like y'all know, we stay healthy, we gonna be different. Let's knock on that wood a little bit. We gonna be a little different. I mean, we're a different team already by just the front office wise. We're a different team. If y'all don't believe that, just look at what they have done thus far. So, but like I said, I appreciate everybody for stopping by, man. We finna head up out of here. For those that's listening to the playback, like I say, hit that notification bell, sub, share it out, tell your cousin, go ahead and subscribe, get your boy to 500 subs, and we'll be back. We'll be back. You feel me? Hey, I appreciate y'all. I'm out. Oh, any last words? Put some notifications on where y'all listen to me from or looking at me from, and because sometimes when I do work in my back room, I put commentary in my ear, football commentary about the Falcons, and then get people's perspective. I might not even it be on YouTube. I might not be looking at who's saying it, but I'm listening and then I'm forming my opinion and my takes based off of what they're saying. Shout out to Dirty Bird Savages for providing his insight on how we could have saved up some cap space, and you damn right we did. So I always show love to other content creators that's represent the brand, the Atlanta Falcons brand, and I always let them know that the Lochness podcast sent you to them, and then because I feel like I always mention, everybody that's up under this Atlanta Falcons umbrella will be potential collaborators in future shows. Like I said, appreciate y'all. Peace. Lochness.